Greetings family, peace and love. This is Guru. Thanks for visiting my channel. This vlog is about a woman's suit who claims Michael Jackson sexually abused her as a child and they paid her $900,000. So family, I have to first of all tell you that I saw this article the other day, and with so many other really important issues going on, you pick and choose some of the topics you want to talk about, and so I decided not to work on that particular topic. But now I wish I covered it, because in that particular article it mentioned that this particular accuser simply goes by the name of, quote, Jane Doe. They don't even name this person. So here, family, I'm going to read the article as it is. So a woman who says she was molested and sexually assaulted as a child by Michael Jackson has filed a lawsuit claiming she was paid more than $900,000 to compensate her for years of abuse. The alleged abuse started in 1986 and occurred in such ironic locations as Neverland Ranch, the set of Moonwalker, Jackson's Encino Mansion, and in the back of the singer's limousine, according to papers filed Tuesday in Los Angeles County Superior Court. Well, first of all, let's put this in perspective. If these so-called alleged rape cases took place at Neverland Ranch, the set of Moonwalker, at his Encino Mansion, and in the back of a limo, I would think that this so-called victim would not have went back to any of the other locations after the first one. You would think that if she was raped or abused, sexually abused at Neverland Ranch, why would she go back to the set of Moonwalker or to his Encino Mansion or get into the back of his limousine? That just doesn't make sense. What makes sense is another case where white people are trying to get over, make money off of a black person, and get away with it. And because we live in a white supremacist system, these idiots with so-called high intelligence, which they lack, so they lack it so greatly, they go out and pay these idiots. They pay these people, and then they make the black person out to be the scapegoat. In this case, they're making that scapegoat, they're making that person, that bad person, Michael Jackson, America's world, actually the world's greatest entertainer. The world's greatest entertainer, Michael Jackson, they're making him out to be a sex abuser, a child sex abuser. Listen, we've gone over this so many times. Black people are exhausted for trying to even talk about this. Actually, this topic that white media keeps bringing up over and over and over about some new case of some new white person claiming to have been abused by Michael Jackson. We get that you guys are just sorry, spineless degenerates in society who just need to try to make money because you're failures and you can't do it on your own. So you want to make a quick buck and you want to make it at the expense of a black person who has a lot of money. We get it. As a matter of fact, we see how your corrupt system operates. Most black folks see it. At least those of us who are looking out the blacks of our eyes, not out of the white parts of our eyes. We get it. We see it. You guys are full of shit. That's all I can say. Full of shit. But you're spineless. So the article goes on to say that the court filing includes scanned copies of checks purportedly paid to her from Jackson or his entertainment companies. The largest sum, a $600,000 check, was paid in late 1993, just 3 months after Jackson was hit with a child molestation lawsuit from a 13-year-old boy, according to court papers. So family, let's talk about that for a minute. We also know that Michael Jackson, unfortunately, was at the helm of his legal so-called legal team, right? These people did not have Michael Jackson at their best interest. All they wanted to do was get paid themselves. All of the people that Michael Jackson had around him were greedy sapsuckers. They were greedy leeches. They were scum. I mean, these are people that are just so low. And I dare one of them even come forward and say anything, because I would challenge them, including his so-called pal, that Brandon character. You notice how when Michael Jackson first died, he was on every TV outlet because they were interviewing him, how he was with Michael Jackson in his last days. That mofo, have you heard anything from this lowlife? Have you heard one word from him? No, we don't hear god darn thing. He's certainly not protecting Michael Jackson's reputation or character, that's for sure. And he was so-called Michael Jackson's good friend. F all these mofos. They are liars. That's all I can tell you, family. Man, you guys are so brainwashed with these people. Brainwashed, I'm telling you. But I'm going to get back to the story. So it goes on to say the latest lawsuit marks the first time that a female has come forward to allege that Jackson victimized her, and the woman's lawyer, Vince Finaldi, said the case offers the first evidence that Jackson and his production company, not an insurance carrier, made direct payments to an alleged abuse victim. Jackson, who died in 2009 from an I'm not even going to go into that. These people are devils. I'm not lying. They are devils. And I can't support reading their garbage. So I have to skim through some of the shit. You know, we have to filter through their garbage to get to some of the truth, right? Okay. Instead, the lawsuit claims that Jackson, that since she was under 15 at the time, the two entertainment companies formed by Jackson had a duty to supervise her and intervene to stop sexual abuse. Each company is listed in court papers only as Doe 1 and Doe 2. Do you hear this garbage? It goes on to say that we believe this claim was created from whole cloth and is without any merit. The woman's identity is not included in court papers. The Times generally does not name people who allege they are victims of sexual assault. That's just bullshit. This is such bullshit. What it is the new nigger rule. Every time with black folks, they come up with a new nigger rule. What's the new nigger rule? Let's come up with a new nigger rule. That's the only thing I can. And I say that, when I say that, by the way, when I say new nigger rule, I mean from their perspective, meaning that they are the niggas. And it's always some kind of new rule coming from these niggas, white folks. Black people, I'm so sick of you using that effing word. You freaking took a slave name and you took ownership of the shit. And then you so-called conscious brothers sit there and call other black people niggas. You guys are freaking pathetic. But I'm getting off touch here, so let me get back on point. I'm going to address the other issues later. But anyways, back on point. Okay, so here it goes into some of the juice, right? It says that the woman alleges that about 3 years Jackson fondled her, forced her to orally copulate him, and attempted to have sexual intercourse with her, which caused her to bleed, the lawsuit states. Jackson also supplied her with gifts and letters, and 2 of the notes were attached to the lawsuit. One of the letter ends, quote, "I'm crazy about you. All my love, Michael." Okay, I just read that part to you. Let me just state my point of view on this point. Michael was given gifts to all kinds of people. He always gave because he was a generous person. Everybody knows that about Michael Jackson. As for the way he signed that letter, again, white people turn everything around to their own sick, demented way of thinking. The same with Brashear when he did that video of Michael, when Michael talked about having kids sleeping in his bed, not sleeping with him, but in his bed. White people turn it around into a perversion because that's the way they think. That's the way they think. We're talking about white folks. These are a different set of creatures we're dealing with. So right now they want to deflect, and they want to deflect and make it out like Michael Jackson is the child abuser, when we have been seeing case after case after case of all these white men who are involved with sexual misconduct, sexual abuse cases, sexual molestation cases. We've seen so many white folks, but every time when that happens within this white supremacy culture, they have to throw a black man out there, and the one black man that they can throw is somebody that everybody knows around the world, and that's Michael Jackson. So they try to use his face as a poster child for sexual molestation, and it's actually white folks. It is white culture all the way. They cannot deflect. We're not going to allow them, and we're going to expose them at every turn. And all you racist mofos, you can say whatever you want in the comments, because you're going to get blasted. Don't have me pull up the Jerry Sandusky and all the other white pedophiles out there that have gotten away with it. Don't have us go through a laundry list of white pedophiles, white sexual predators out there that you guys want to all of a sudden throw out Michael Jackson's cases in the news media when you guys are flooded with sexual pedophile cases. You guys are those who commit those crimes the most. Check out your statistics. You guys like to always quote your statistics. Quote those. So, family, I'm going to end this right here on this matter. Now we're going to go to his so-called son. Family, as you can see, this young man sitting right here who calls himself Prince Michael Jackson. As you can see from the title, it says, Prince Michael Jackson can't sing or dance. How? He's still following in his father's footsteps. How about we change that to, how is he following in his father's footsteps? This is this makes me want to vomit every time I see this. Even in this picture right here, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, or whatever the quote is. He can't even look into the camera here. This is a fraud right here. A fake, phony, and a fraud. What I hate most is I think Michael Jackson was so misguided. He was misguided by the people he had around him, to where these people helped orchestrate these children around Michael Jackson to where he adopted them. Because that's what happened. He adopted them. These are not his biological kids. Everybody knows that. Come on, this is so phony. And so how these people ended up in the Jacksons' lives like this, it's a disgrace to me. It is. If this was my grandmother, I would be pissed. Having the media parade my grandmother in the media with this white boy, I would be pissed. I'd be outraged. And Michael Jackson, I'm sure he's been rolling in his grave, seeing how they manipulated and stole his legacy and stole his estate from his own family, his flesh and blood, the same ones who helped build Michael Jackson to what he ended up being to his deathbed. It was because of his brothers, his mother, his father, his sisters, his family, why he was so great. Not you mofo white folks. You guys think that just because you helped use his money to buy things like the Beatles catalog, you felt that, oh, this state belonged to you guys because you guys should control it, because after all, you guys helped him get that. It was Michael Jackson's money. You guys stole it. You creatures are disgusting to me. disgusting, foul, every stench of crap. But anyways, I didn't even want to cover this story because it's just so disgusting to me. I don't know who these creatures, who these people are. I know the Jackson family. I love and respect the Jackson family. Who these other people are that they interjected, that they helped Michael Jackson interject into their... Oh my God, it just makes me sick. So family, I'm sorry I'm making this so long, and yeah, I'm very passionate about this because it's disgusting. This is not truth. So with that said, it's quite obvious that Prince Michael Jackson can't sing or dance. Duh. What was you expecting? Jesus to pop up out of him and he was going to start doing the moonwalk or something? All of a sudden he was going to start singing like the greatest? Like all the people he's sitting around in pictures? Yeah, you better put your head down because you can't even face reality yourself, can you? I wouldn't doubt that this young man, and he's young here, I wouldn't doubt if this young man has serious mental issues growing up as he grows up into a grown man. This guy is going to have some issues. Well, family, thanks a lot for tuning in to this. This was a twofold story. It was really mainly to cover the so-called sexual abuse charge alleged against the Jackson estate. You know, these are just leeches. And like I said, they're spineless. They're trash, though. I mean, I have to call them creatures because these are people who talk about other people being lazy and stuff like that, and then they do this kind of shit. It's just so disgusting to just watch and witness how white America portrays itself. It's just disgusting. So with that said, family, thanks a lot for your support. I really appreciate it. I'm going to end now. Until the next vlog, peace and love to you and yours. Thanks again for watching. This is Guru, and I'm out.